Jericka Duncan is in Tybee Island, Georgia. Jericka, what are you seeing right now?
Well, actually, I just saw a person leave here. They were coming off of the beach there. They said that they are attracted to danger and wanted to see what it was all about. They plan on being here, they said, to ride it out just like the Coast Guard. But in all seriousness, the governor, the mayor of Tybee Island, the mayor of Savannah, all encouraging people to get out now before it is too late, even telling folks that if they do decide to stay and they decide that they need emergency help, forget about it, because they will not get that emergency help, at least for 24 hours, possibly 3 days. In other words, this is still a very dangerous situation, especially with us being so close to a coastal community. I just want to point out that behind me, the trees are swaying. It's raining right now. The winds are definitely starting to pick up. Even though I'm standing here without having to hold on to anything or swaying myself, it is starting to get more intense. And just looking at the models we've been watching as well, we know that the hurricane is heading our way. We know that it could clip us. It could get very close because we're, again, in a coastal community right on the edge. They're about 20 miles east of Savannah. So we are not inland at all. There is no protection. The water is right here. So we're definitely trying to stay safe. But mainly officials, again, are telling people, even at this hour, you still have a little bit of time, because as we get into the 6, the 7, the 8 o'clock hour, that's when they expect things to churn up. Winds expected to reach close to 50 miles per hour, according to our affiliate, late this evening, around 11 or 12 midnight. But again, we know that it's Mother Nature. That hurricane could, in fact, make a turn more toward Tybee Island. We're just not sure right now. So for the most part, there is no sign of life here other than that one man that I just saw. Again, it's a lot of wind blowing, nothing that we've seen in terms of trees breaking or anything falling, but it is increasing. And we were actually in Charleston, South Carolina yesterday, and we drove down here early this morning because we know, just based on where all the crews are, that this is obviously an area that might get hit pretty hard. And again, just to talk about the seriousness of this hurricane, when we crossed over the bridge to get here, there was a police officer. He told us there will be no emergency vehicles on this island, so you're literally entering at your own risk.
It looks like a total ghost town there, Jericka, as you mentioned, but they've said to people on the coastline, get out, you need to evacuate. Are people heeding those warnings?
From what we can see, they are. Again, that was the first person, other than a couple of other people that we saw at a local bar that's open. The owner told me there were about 4 or 5 people in there, that he lives near the bar. He's going to stay open as long as he can. But that's the only real sign of life. You know, I've covered hurricanes before. I covered Sandy, covered Rita. And I can tell you that there generally is a sense of people wanting to see it for themselves, maybe even walking along the beach well before the winds pick up to a point where you really can't be out here. But I haven't even seen that. So I think people are taking this very seriously because, again, you have the governor, you have the mayors telling you 48 hours ago that you needed to be gone by yesterday, honestly, and then them saying to people now the message is, get out. If you're still on the island, you really need to leave. And just reiterating that even if you ride it out, if there's no power, if there's a problem, you're not going to get any assistance because there's no one on this island. And there aren't going to be other emergency officials even out in Savannah to help people, because you have to also make sure that these emergency crews stay safe. And because it could be, without a doubt, unsafe later today, they're telling folks you should either leave, or if you're going to stay, understand the risk that you're taking by staying.
Those are some real warnings there, Jericka. As we know from officials, most of the casualties in these hurricane situations typically occur after the hurricane has passed, when people think it's still safe to go outside. They need to stay indoors. Jericka Duncan in Tybee Island, Georgia. Thanks, Jericka.